That one's rolling. That one's rolling. Okay, all right.
Sick.
I'm not going to do the whole clap thing.
Yeah.
All right. Hey Connor, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Really appreciate it. You're number 2 episode for graphic novels, which is my new project.
Awesome.
We'll interview people with tattoos and find out the stories behind their tattoos. But first of all, just give us a short bio of who you are and what you do.
I'm Connor Woodland. I work under the project RIVILIN. It's like a emo rap, Linkin Park type of sound vibe. Been in bands my whole life. Saw Linkin Park live actually, and that's what made me want to get into music and be on that stage. Worked endless casual, awful jobs like pizza capers, City Beach, all those types of things, just to get vocal lessons to get to where I am today. 10 years later, starting to get somewhere, and that's what it is. Just keep going at it and you'll get it.
Yeah, cool. RIVILIN's pretty cool. You should check him out. I'm going to put a link down the bottom, and we're going to be running one of your instrumental tracks underneath the video. And I heard you're pretty big in China.
Yeah, no, it's a weird story. Someone stole one of my songs, uploaded it to their Chinese platform, and it blew up. And I don't know how to access any of that, but it's cool that it happened. I get lots of weird messages from like weird accounts because I don't think Instagram's or Twitter's there.
No.
So I'll just get random like accounts just saying, your music big, come to China.
Right.
I'm just like, well, cool, I'll try and get to China someday.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting gig.
Yeah. Be an experience for sure, I'd love that.
Yeah, it would. I haven't been to China. No. Probably not on my list of places to go, but I probably should go one day.
Yeah, you have to go everywhere.
All right, let's talk about your tats, because that's why we're here. First tattoo.
Left calf. It's a girl coming with a hood on, coming from trees, a cold winter type of vibe. It's about me coming forth from my old anxious self, from my old school, ditching that school to come to this school, and just music industry college, and just to be myself. And the whole fox thing below it is like my mum used to call me a fox, Connor the Con Man was what she used to call me.
Right, wow, okay.
Just because I used to chuck things into like little sweets in the trolley and stuff like that. And yeah, so that meaning is just about me coming forth and my journey that I've come so far with.
Cool. And on the other calf, you've got a man.
Yeah, no, funny enough, every time someone asks me about these, they say, is it my mum and my dad?
Right.
It's not. There's 2 random people I found on the internet.
Yeah.
But it's about a guy coming forth from mountains, like a more rugged path. It's again about me coming forth and how weathered I've become from this journey, but with the deer below it saying like the innocence I am and how much further I have to go still.
Right.
So it's just these 2 calves by Tim Ricks, just about me coming forth from everything.
Cool. Yeah, I followed Tim on Instagram, so I'll tag him.
Yeah, lovely guy.
But I've got photos of that, and when I develop them and scan them, I'll actually run that over that little conversation so people can see the tattoos.
Yeah, no.
It's cool. And tell me about the stick and poke on your knee. That kind of caught my attention because everything else is really clean and professional. And you got this one little CWC.
Yeah, that was, now I call it the Connor Woodland Club, but it stands for Cut Risk Coven. It's a group I was in for like a week or so. Got into it. Everyone was super lovely until drugs started coming in. A few people overdosed, and I was like, yeah, this isn't for me. I'm good. I just bailed.
Yeah.
But I was so drunk, and I got that done on the night we formed it, and yeah.
Well, it's all part of your history.
It is part of the history.
I mean, you could get a cover up, but you know.
It also kind of looks like an emoji face, so.
Yeah. Could be anything.
Yeah, 100%. No one knows what it means.
All right, your 2 main pieces that you've got one on your chest and you've got one on your back, and they're both quite large.
Yeah.
Significance, let's start with the one on the chest.
Chest is from the anime Neon Genesis Evangelion. It's the EVA 001 from which Shinji, the main character, rides. Essentially, the reason why I got it is because I find a lot of the same things with conflicts I had with my dad growing up with him, and I found it was a suitable piece because it's like all the rage building up from this Evangelion machine with the rage towards his father and vice versa, and I felt like the connection between that was very strong with me in that symbology.
Yeah.
But overall, I have nothing against my dad anymore. Great person, overcomes everything, and I think the whole thing about life is just moving forward, becoming a better person than who you used to be.
Yeah, look, I think, every young man goes through that with their father, that kind of trying to find my place as my own man, be independent, this is who I am, and then you've got dad coming out of a place of love and fear going, please don't make the same mistake.
Yeah,
So I did say
100%.
there's that protective, and the young man's going, I don't need your protection.
Yeah.
I can be independent now. I'm strong enough to do this on my own. So is that kind of
100%, 100%, and it's just about learning from the mistakes we make on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the one on your back, it's a manga piece?
Yeah, a manga piece from the manga Blam or Blame, whoever wants it. It's spelled Blame, but it's pronounced Blame, I think. But it's about like this guy who is traversing through these constant layers of machine hell, essentially, and getting into these things like these situations unwillingly. And it's about eventually gets to the end, and it's just like, what was the point? It's just awful, like the rebirth and the going along the journey to find like 2 steps back, then going forward. And it's about like the journey is like always unfinished, and it always continues. And doesn't matter where you are on the journey, you're here where you are. And you just continue that path until you get to where you need to be.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a lot of symbolism with that in my life, and I find this whole repeating and the cycle and like life, life's unfinished.
Yeah, well, like your tattoo, you said to me it's unfinished.
Yeah.
And that's kind of interesting because your life's not finished. You're like 20 something, so you've got a long way to go. Are you going to get it finished, or are you going to leave it that way as a reminder of life's never finished?
I want to get it finished.
Right.
Just after I sort out some health stuff, I'll get it finished. And it would look amazing.
Yeah. What I find cool with, younger generation and tattoos, the attitude towards them, it's like, I want to print my story on the outside of my skin as a reminder for myself, I guess. Like, you're not putting them on display for anyone else. I'm assuming this is for me. And, when I was growing up, 3 types of people had tattoos. You had your bikies, you had your criminals, and you had your military service. The old dagger through the heart with mum on the script.
Or Sailor Jerry type tattoos.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And I mean, that'd be cool. I want to get some older dudes in with the old milky tattoos and have their stories, because that'd be interesting as well. But you've got a tattoo of your mum as well.
Yeah, no, it's a spiritual cat with it's like a Singapore kind of like school outfit. And it reminds me of like a photo I used to see of her when she was in school in Singapore at one time. And again, she's a crazy cat lady because she's very spiritual. Her name's Katrina. So the cat head with the spirit coming out of the head. So it's all about, crazy cat lady.
But not a dagger through a heart.
Oh, no.
Very different. All right, one last question. I'm going to ask this of everyone because, I'm a clean skin and I've never had the motivation to get a tattoo. Or the desire, but that may change if someone comes up with the perfect tattoo. So what would what would you recommend that Brett gets for his first tattoo?
It's just the wolf pack tattoo.
Yeah.
It's the name of the whole, and everyone out of school, the whole group. It's just like, you're the leader of the wolf pack, you've guided us all to where we need to be, and without you, we wouldn't be here where we are today.
Yeah.
And I feel like you, if a wolf, even though it's very generic, it suits you.
Yeah, okay. So what, like my face and...
Yeah, just your face, like an AI, like your face AI'd onto like a wolf, who knows?
Sounds great. All right, mate, thanks for coming in.
No problem, thanks for having me.
Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
All right, mate.